Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Good afternoon, bon après-midi, and salam. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me start my address by thanking His Excellency President Aliyev, the Honorable Prime Minister, the government and people of the Republic of Azerbaijan for the kind invitation and the warm and cordial hospitality extended to me and to my delegation to this important forum. I would like to convey to the organizers and all participants the warm and friendly greetings of the government and the people of the Republic of Mauritius. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme before us, housing the world, safe and resilient cities and communities, goes to the very heart of one of the most pressing challenges of our time. We meet at the midpoint review of the new urban agenda at a moment when nearly 3 billion people worldwide live in inadequate housing conditions. 1 billion live in slums and informal settlements, and 300 million lack any form of shelter. A formidable and unprecedented humanitarian challenge indeed. A challenge central to human dignity, social stability, and sustainable development. This forum is therefore not only very timely, but also very opportune for sharing experiences, knowledge, and best practices to advance the agenda for the future of sustainable urban planning and development. Across the globe, cities are expanding at an unprecedented pace. Yet this growth is too often unplanned, unequal, and environmentally unsustainable, resulting in a widening gap between opportunity and reality, between the promise of urban life and the lived experience of families. Housing is today more than shelter. It is a basic human need and human dignity. If we are to achieve a sustainable human development, housing and urban planning must be at the heart of public policy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mauritius, a small island developing state where land is scarce, sea level rise is real, environmental risks and the pressures of urbanization are increasingly visible. We fully support and are committed towards the realization of the goals of this forum because, for us, planning is not an option. It is essential. It is existential. To address this challenge, in November 2025, government approved a new national development strategy which provides a people-centric, comprehensive, sustainable spatial framework for development up to 2040, in line with the principles advocated by UN Habitat and the new urban agenda, to ensure the optimal use of limited resources while balancing economic growth, environmental sustainability, and social equity. A number of key measures have already been adopted and include expanding access to decent, safe, affordable, and ecological housing for low and middle income families, reserving a proportion of social housing units for persons with disabilities, single mothers, and the elderly, encouraging integrated communities through better alignment of housing, public services, transport connectivity, and economic opportunities. At the same time, we are modernizing land administration through digitization of land records to improve transparency, reduce disputes, prevent speculation, and promote more equitable access to land. Our national development strategy is therefore a guiding transition toward a more sustainable urban model, where one that promotes balanced territorial development, efficient land use, improved connectivity, and greater environmental stewardship and climate resilience. For Mauritius, climate change is not a distant threat. It is a daily reality. We are determined to build communities that are not only sustainable, but resilient by design. Here I would like to take this opportunity to commend the 10-year comprehensive urban transformational initiatives of the government and people of Azerbaijan, in particular the White City project, the master plan for the Agdam city project for Karabakh, and the implementation of the 2006 decree on ecological measures under the dedicated and inspirational leadership of President Aliyev. I have no doubt that these landmark initiatives will form an integral part of the reflections and discussions of the 13th WUF and will contribute meaningfully in enriching its conclusions and recommendations. Today, we can also leverage, as has been mentioned by previous speakers, intelligently and responsibly the huge potential of AI in reimagining and redirecting urban, eco-friendly, and sustainable planning and development. Ladies and gentlemen, are we on the right track? We believe that we are making meaningful progress, but we must also be fully aware of the challenges that remain. Our collective experience so far, therefore, reinforces a simple but important lesson. Urban planning is not a one-time exercise and should not be so. It is a continuous process of adaptation, inclusion, and innovation. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, small island states face unique constraints: limited land, high exposure to climate risk, and restricted financial and technical capacity. One-size-fits-all solutions will not suffice. We therefore call for stronger international support and solidarity. Global solidarity must translate into practical, targeted support. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the cities we build today will define the quality of life for future generations. We must continue to innovate, to plan carefully, and to act responsibly. Let us work together to ensure that our cities are not only engines of growth, but also the spaces of inclusion, sustainability, and human dignity. Mauritius stands ready to contribute to this collective effort. My best wishes for a productive and successful forum. I thank you for your kind attention. Thank you very much.